Let's go to the pedal boards. Talk to me what you got on your board and how are you using it.
Sure. All right. Well, let's see. We'll start with, well, this is my tuner. And let's see.
Is your distortion still at the end of the signal? The OS?
Yeah, you know, I know it's sort of unorthodox to do it that way, but
what's your method behind it? Why?
The reason for it is I like the distortion to kind of color all of the effects. And so that, you know, you have a wide range of effects. They all sort of sound different. They have their different levels. And some of them sound a little cheesy on their own. Mm-hmm. So if they're all kind of getting squashed through the distortion, to me that's sort of like the same effect as compressing a signal. But you're compressing it with distortion. You're giving all the effects sort of the same sort of sizzle, kind of unifies them all.
Yeah.
And, you know, I know it can get kind of cloudy, but I don't care. You know, it's all loud and wild anyways.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, so this is the OS2.
When does that get kicked on? Because, I mean, I imagine in a setting where you could turn it up, you probably have the amp cooking pretty hot?
Yeah, so the idea is, you know, I've got the OS2 dialed in with the distortion and the overdrive at about 9 o'clock, which is pretty subtle for this pedal. But with the Model T sort of turned up past like 3, and you really kind of get the tubes sort of cooking and all the electronics working. You get a nice mix of the amp distortion, that 70s sort of like, you know, proggy.
Let's hear it.
You know, it's like a nice Harry Bush from, you know, a Penthouse issue from the 70s or something, you know. So, all right, so on its own. You know, it's sort of buzzy and warm, and that's pretty much the amp distortion on its own. But then when you rig up the OS2, so it's a little crunchier, sharper. You get like that sort of Slayer, Rain in Blood, mid-range tone. It's pretty nice. Actually,
harmonics are there too.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure they can get it with the amp too, but yeah, I'm sure they pop out a little more with the pedal on.
Yeah, so this has been my go-to for years now. Actually, Kurt from Converge is the one who told me about this, because I was obsessed with the sound on Halo in a Haystack.
Okay.
Their first record. And I think that was maybe an OS2 through like an old Trainer amp, you know. Sorry, Kurt, if I'm giving away all your secrets, but yeah, I always come back to this pedal. Let's see, then we move on here, and then
how are you doing the ups and downs?
Oh yeah, the old party tricks here.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's the Boss Super Shifter, and again, it's like a whammy bar and couple of boxes, you know, so for Beast, for instance, we got that section that's like, you get that dive bomb effect. Your strings are still in tune. Yeah. Everything's groovy. And then I got the same effect for the upshift, right? So why would I use that? Oh, beginning to melt your mind. So, you know, we got the sick sort of Motorhead intro, and then the bass comes in, rumbling with that cool line, and then the guitar comes in for the little intro. Yeah, pretty fun.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Are you using the up more than the down? Or do you feel like they're about 50-50?
I don't know. Sometimes I go to hit the up one and I hit the down one by accident, vice versa. I'll hit them both at the same time, and let's see what happens. So you're just kind of squealing along. You're doing a solo. Maybe you're covering Purple Rain, and you're just like feeling it. Let's see.